Hello everybody, welcome to Instantgo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? It is so remarkable outside today. I can't even get a handle on how beautiful it is. It's not even 80 degrees and it is crisp and breezy. It's like mid-September weather and it is gorgeous. And I just feel so beautifully calm and inspired. It's like I just took a moment, and decided I'm going to refine my days, and I wanted to explore a little solitude, and I got a healthy sense of realism that helped me realign with my internal code. Stop rushing, stop putting pressure on yourself, and just go outside and meditate. And immediately I felt better. I felt like I was breathing deeper. Every animal that ever existed came to keep me company. The turkeys, the crows, the cats. I was taking pictures. Why do we feel pressured to make decisions right now? Really just calmly gather information like little herb bundles and notice exactly what you need and what no longer tastes sweet in your life. And something that doesn't taste sweet to me is kind of reclining in bed and going over lots of messages and inundating myself with to-do lists when I realize the way I best align is to go out in nature and look at the birds and relax and then kind of ease myself into work mode. But it's also fun in creative mode too. Like I brought out my crystal ball and I thought it was so cool that I had a little flower underneath it and it was showing the beautiful black-eyed Susan under it. I'm really starting some crystal ball work that I love, and I want to do nature reads with you guys outside. I feel like I'm calmer, the environment is calmer, the light playing on the cards is beautiful for you. I really want to give your mind and body healthy things to receive in a really calm manner. So today I thought, what do your ancestors and your spirit guides, again, really want you to know? What messages are coming through? I feel like this is such an important proponent right now because we're all kind of realigning and getting a new soundtrack to our life. How do we want to start September? We want to ease into it. We want to have a good, calm head on our shoulders, right? Treating our beautiful body as a vessel with precious care. Putting in the right ingredients, colors, scents, foods. I'm very sensory, attracted to things. I love how things look verdant greens and colors and textures and smells. So I feel like outside provides me with that calm. So I'd like to do more reads outside for you guys. Okay, so we're also just learning how to adjust our points of view so we feel better about who we are, where we're going, and all of that. So we have 3 choices today too. Also, you guys, I want to let you know the new moon is going to be here within 24 hours. So I'm offering my special $25 2-question read for that too, and then I get back to you, within 24, 48 hours with your reading. I think new moons are really wonderful in that this is where we set our intentions. This is where we release things we don't want, things that clutter our head and emotional space, also things that we want to bring in and attract. And we just do that through positive intention setting and aligning with our true purpose by focusing on things that give us energy and make us feel good, right? Nothing of the opposite of that. So number 1 is lapis lazuli, make a decision. And I love the heart key with that too. Yeah, let's make a decision that we're going to have a good day. We're going to have a good week. Our year is going to be awesome because we're going to be constantly inspired by doing the next best thing for ourselves. Eating well, whatever we take on board, we're reducing news, we're taking in things that make us laugh and feel lighter, right? Number 2, Amazonite. That's so funny. I was like, my mind just went to a totally different thing. I was like, oh, Amazonians. Loosen your grip. Absolutely. Who cares about all these crazy boundaries that we're setting around how things have to happen and getting overcritical? Loosen your grip. Know that the universe is working with us to make our dreams come true. They're aligning us with the right synergy and energy, and it'll all take place. We're not in a hurry. Number 3, sunstone. Take pleasure in the things you do. I decided today, I was like, I'm having the best time outside just breathing in this fresh, crisp air. If you guys really listen, you'll be able to hear the breeze rattling through the leaves. It's gorgeous. And I thought, you know what? I want to provide myself with a great atmosphere to do my work and my readings and things with as well. So I always do take pleasure, but I like a beautiful visual. I like a beautiful atmosphere. So that's all part of it. So I'm going to have a pause and let you make your choice. And I'm going to have a sip of coffee and then we'll begin, everyone. Again, let me start with a little bit of gratitude. That's how I started my day in my journal. Gratitude for you guys, the fact that you tune in to me every day and that you bother to comment and say all these beautiful, nice things. And over on IG, you guys were saying I've been with you for years and I start my day with you. I get my coffee. It helps relax me. Your voice feels like a friend. That makes me feel so good because like anybody else, I'm human. And at times I do have my doubts phases and my heavier moments where I'm like, we have to really be careful in this atmosphere of YouTube, IG, and all these things with this feedback. Like I am not hooked in or over concentrating ever on likes or subscribers or numbers. I'm not a numeric person, but it's a feeling. And if I feel like one person a day contacts me, and I'm really lucky that it ends up being in the dozens and sometimes hundreds, that says, I really connect with that. I understand that. That feedback is really important for me too, because like anybody that's a creative, it's like we really thrive and do well with positive feedback or any feedback so we can learn how to grow and expand as well. So thank you guys with that. Okay, we're going to start with Lapis, and I'm going to be using two beautiful decks that I absolutely love, the Garden Dragons and also Earth Wisdom. So first we're going to be starting with some Earth Wisdom right now, and we're going to see what Spirit has in mind for you. I feel like both of these decks really work well. They're very natural and outdoorsy and helpful. So we're going to pull two of each. And thanks again, Kim P, for these. These are the sweetest and cutest and happiest cards. And the dragons are made out of the fruits, vegetables, or nuts or whatever that, one popped out. So I'm going to take both of those. If it's a raspberry, the dragon is made out of raspberry, the skin and the texture, it's really done really beautifully. So let's see what messages are happening for group one. Blueberry dragon goals. Okay, I do feel like September coming up, it is time to goal set. I know it is for me. I have to do this every day when I wake up because as a mutable fire, I want to do a million things. But I say, okay, here's my goals. Let me set 3. Let me start with 3 because otherwise our attention and our focus is going to be too scattered. So 3 goals. Let's do a daily goal. Okay, today I'm really, really determined to eat well and put healthy things in my body, things that grow off of trees, things that grow out of the ground, things that'll make me feel good, right? Another thing, I am determined to keep my calm and focus, right? That means I'm not going to be distracted. I'm not going to look for negative things. I'm not going to bring drama into my life, all of that, okay? Second goal. Third goal, I'm going to write down a list of what I want to accomplish. Goals happen for me oftentimes when I have them written down or I have them in an audio reminder because it's a reinforcement that's important, right? It's important to us. So you're going to be reiterating what your goals are. And oftentimes it helps to set some long-term goals. By Christmas, I would like to have A, B, and C set in place. I would have liked to have a nice break somewhere quietly alone where I can meditate for a couple of days. All of that. Start to set some fun goals as well, like things you really want to do, something on your bucket list. One of mine is definitely this year to get to Yellowstone Park. I have been, for the last couple of years, been planning that. And I was like, well, you made the decision to go to Stonehenge in England within 48 hours. You can do the same for Yellowstone. Okay, so whatever your goals are, you're going to be able to set them, maintain your focus on them, and have follow through. And your ancestors want you to know, do this. It's going to show you that you have the strength to guide yourself in the direction that's beneficial for you mentally, spiritually, and otherwise. That you're the one that determines the compass of the direction you're moving in. Nobody else is doing this. We're not waiting for anybody else. We're not waiting for our soulmate to decide this. We're not waiting for our parents to decide this. We're not waiting for anybody else. We have the zhuzh to get ourselves going and pointed in the right direction whenever we choose to, right? Very true. Broccoli dragon place. Okay, I love this. Where are you right now? What is your environment? And are you cognizant of the fact that it is either beneficial for your energy and it helps and supports you, or is it draining to you? This could be your office space, this could be your work, this is where you spend time, a friend's home, your own home. Notice this place that you are in. Is it a place of high productivity, of high energy, of good vibration? I'm in the best place possible. I'm in my yard. It is like an acre of land that is absolutely stunning. It is filled with trees and bushes and groundhogs and turkeys and Japanese maples and things that I love. It is a place where I feel grounded, protected, and fantastic. So ask yourself that with each place that you visit today. Bring a little journal around and say, hey, I stopped by so-and-so's house and I felt anxious or I felt put upon or whatever. I stopped at this store. I love it. They remember my orders. They are wonderful. They are helpful. the energy is good, then we return to these places that give us this high vibrational energy. And your higher self, as well as your ancestors, want you to feed the positivity with positive places, and when they are not so, to try to avoid them, right? I don't particularly love malls. I feel like people wander around kind of aimlessly, and they look lost, and they also look upset, like they're spending money they shouldn't. It's not my favorite place. I'll go into one particular store and that energy will be good, but I'm not a fan of places like that, so I don't go. Forests, hell yeah, I always feel grounded, beautiful, and peaceful. So again, go to places. A lot of you guys, I'm hearing that water and swimming in the sea and ocean will be really helpful for you right now. You also have practical intuition. Yes, get this in place. There are lots of tools and resources that help enhance this. Amethyst stones do this. Regular clear crystal quartz do this. Beautiful calming music, certain megahertz that you see on YouTube do this. Great inspirational readers, tarot readers, and other people that are well informed in terms of bringing positivity in your life. Plug into that and it'll help you with your practical intuition. Practical intuition is also that tenseness you might feel around somebody or something that says, let's not embark in this conversation. We're not going to come out great on the other side of this. Let's not overindulge in this. That tweak we got. I used to get this all the time physically on my way, funnily enough, to Outback Steakhouse. Once or twice I imbibed and stuff. I knew my body would reject it, absolutely hate it. I got a stomach ache every time I ate it. Yeah, I always wanted it. One of these things was this kind of very rich cream sauce with spicy scallops that I loved. Every single time after that, I would be in such pain and my stomach would hurt. Yeah, it was I was like, no, it's not that. And it was so funny. On the ride there, I would start to get these symptoms of it. And it was my intuition saying, don't eat something that doesn't agree with you. So we'll have all kinds of cool things like that. We might get all of a sudden a quick headache if we're thinking about doing something. Now is not the time to do it. Pay attention to that. Your body is going to be very helpful within that. And I'm going to pull just one card. And it's funny, I actually had a dream about this deck. I was like, where is my beautiful, I'll pull two cards. Quiet, dreamy deck. I can't even remember. It'll come back to me in a moment what this deck is, but I remember wanting it for a long time. Queen of Wands. Follow your passion, you guys. Spirit and your ancestors want you to follow whatever is pulling at you right now. Your life path will keep bringing itself and making itself known and try to get your notice, okay? So when you see things on TV, certain music, certain numbers, certain things that are coming in, that is your guide saying, follow your passion, follow your dream. If you want to start a creative endeavor, if you want to say hello to somebody, do it. Now is the time. Optimize on that. 10 of Swords. Stop overthinking. The only person that has a capacity to stop us dead in our tracks and our dreams is ourselves. And usually it's our overcritical mind. So this is saying, shut your ego down and shut your criticism of yourself down by saying, it's simply not true. It's just thoughts that come in my head. I'm going to flick them away and dismiss them to bring in this, my focus, my power, my glory. Put yourself up there, put yourself out there and step forward into your dreams, because now is the time to make it happen. And you're going to be able to do this beautifully. And your crystal card today is hematite. Ground yourself. I have to do this. I take off my shoes. I go outside immediately. Boom, I am grounded. I breathe deeply. I listen to music. Boom, I am grounded. I say I am capable. I am able to do whatever I need to do. Hey, guess what? I am grounded. And you're going to be able to do that for yourself as well. Beautiful energy, Group 1. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe and take advantage of the new moon special. When you send your PayPal 25, just put your 2 questions right on there and I will know what it's for and I will get back to you within 24 or 48 hours. I'm really excited, you guys. I like to run these specials around new moons, full moons, and also if that Lionsgate was a very special time. And I want to thank you again, you guys, for all your great feedback on your private reads, your Etsy orders, all of that. If you guys want to check out my Etsy store, I have all kinds of handcrafted crystals, rings, jewelry, like the things I'm wearing. Yeah, I love to create and I always have, and I really can't say thanks enough for all your support in that. And you guys come over to Instagram and get on all the giveaways. I'm constantly doing each week jewelry giveaways, free reads, goddess provisions boxes, all of those things. So thank you guys. Blueberry Dragon goals. Set those goals. I mean, nobody is saying we have to hurry. Let's pull this one last little thing that flipped out. Responsibility. Just live up to your responsibilities to be your best self for yourself. Be out in nature, eat well, take care, and then all your responsibilities are going to seem to happen with ease and you just get them done because you're caring for yourself. You first. That's the most important. Spirit wants you to know you first, and then everything else will fall into place for sure. So that is you guys. All right. Now we are going to go on to number 2, which is Amazonite. And I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea, and then we're going to see what's going on. Right away, I'm hearing, forget about woulda, shoulda, couldas, or need to or have to, okay? Just align with the natural rhythm of yourself and how you do things. I used to be the most speedy racer. If I do this by that, then I can do this. So I would try to jam so much in the day that I really stopped enjoying things because everything seemed like a task, or it seemed like it was on some kind of time clock. And wherever we're doing that, it's not a good time. You ever try to overbook your day? You have lunch and you have to be somewhere, you're basically choking down your lunch, moving on to this, doing that. I refuse to do that anymore. I start my day very easeful. I light a candle, I breathe, I relax. I always allow for time. I never race around anymore. I feel like I don't enjoy things when I'm under pressure, so I don't allow pressure to build up. I allow ease of time. Came outside, and first I said, don't bring all your equipment so you're not reading right away. Just listen to nature and relax. And that's what you're going to start to do. You're going to start to have ease of time and take the pressure off, loosen your grip, and also allow for trust in the universe to bring you the things you're asking for in due course, because your ancestors and higher self said they are coming. Know that they are coming, and all will be well. Just slow it all down. Go with the flow. Yeah, you're definitely your messages and strength. Go with the flow. This is saying, the universe, our spirit guides, everybody, ourselves, we all have a plan, and they align beautifully when we go with the flow, when we're not fighting it, when we're not putting stipulations or conditions on things, right? It's like unconditional love for the day, for the time, for the place, for the experience, also for the person. No more conditions, just going with the flow. If somebody suggests something and it wasn't on your agenda, just say sure. If it's someone you like and they're really excited about it, say sure. Oftentimes that's how I have my best days. I throw on a t-shirt, I throw on a pair of yoga pants, and I just go, and I end up having a great time. I have more fun on days like that than those big scheduled events that you think have to be a certain way, right? We put too much pressure on ourselves. Let's just escape the over-planned days and go with the flow. And our strengths are going to be within that. Let's plan our strengths too. What are our strengths? Where do we feel our best and are most alive? Mine is definitely outside in a forest, by an ocean, things like that. So each day I try to converse with nature in that way. I usually try to start my day with that, and then I feel balanced. Your ancestors want you to know you have a lot more strength than you give yourself credit for. And it might help also if you start to write down what those strengths are. Are you a great communicator? Are you a great problem solver? Are you a beautiful artist? Whatever it is, write that down, reiterate it to yourself. Sometimes we need to recommend ourselves back to ourselves and say, listen, you have value, you have such worth. Just really slow down. You're not comparing or competing. If it's just you have time to focus and concentrate on what you want, where you're going, and what your strengths are right now. Okay, definitely. Like today was the first time, and I was kind of upset because I'm like, have I not noticed this prior, or did this just happen? I went out and I'm sitting in my yard and I looked to the right of me and there were big, beautiful purple morning glories everywhere. And I'll post them on IG, and I thought, that's my mom's flower. My mom always had morning glories all over, and that's her way of speaking to me too, like slow down and look at these beautiful flowers. They only bloom early in the morning before the sun comes out, and then they close and they go away because the sun's a bit too intense, like they're closed right now. And I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't even know they were here until today. There's no way they just grew overnight. And I thought, see, that's one of your strengths. When you slow down and you go with the flow, you're going to notice things. And I definitely feel like that's happening for you. So let's see what 2 more of your stones are. Amethyst. Trust in your intuition. When you get that little hint or tug, pay attention to it. It's telling you something. It is trying to guide you further along your life path purpose with ease and calmness, okay? Because you deserve that. Enough fretting, enough over planning, and enough, indecisiveness. Now is the time to just say yes and try things out. They don't work for you, do a 180 and go the other way. We're always free to refocus, okay? And Azurite says, get laser focused. This is saying, pick that one thing that has been really compelling you to listen to it, and listen and write down why you think it's important. Okay, mine is definitely right now trying to align my family and get everybody ready for the fall. India will be moving. Hagen will be going back to school. So I'm trying to set a really clean, calm environment in the home. I'm laser focused on that. And because of that, I feel better. And I don't feel like I'll ever be ill prepared when, we kind of have to get those early mornings and get those boxes packed and all of that. Everything will be all right and in place. So get laser focused on the one thing that is making the most noise in your head right now, okay? And then when you start to alleviate that by taking steps towards that, because the only reason we get fear, that's through inactivity and procrastination. It gets bigger in our head because we're not doing things in the physical world for that. But because I'm taking physical steps towards the things that I need to alleviate that future pressure, I already feel better. And you're going to be doing that as well. I love that. I love that energy for you. So let's see what your happy little dragons have to say. I love these so much. I just think they make so much sense. They're so adorable and they're just so uplifting and so bubbly and lively. I love them. Celtic dragon, boundaries. Oh, sorry, garlic dragon. I was going to say, aren't they? I thought they were fruits and vegetables. Celtic garlic dragon. See how the skins are made out of the vegetable, the fruit? It's so great. So boundaries. So this is saying right now too, set your boundaries, because when we're saying yes to everybody and we're always like going in a million directions to help everybody else, it's hard for us to say yes to ourselves. We should have at least an hour to 2 hours a day where we're doing exactly what we want. Walking, relaxing, doing self-care rituals, whatever it is. Let's cut out all this yes. And oftentimes it's just by distraction that happens, but let's set boundaries. And if you're in a new relationship, set those boundaries. Yeah, we want to drop everything and just jump into romance, but guess what? We need trust in place before all of that. So that has to do with that as well. And your ancestors want you to know you will always be respected and loved when you respect and love yourself, and boundaries are part of that. And you're going to be doing that really well. You're not giving away everything like, oh, sure, here, you're more worthwhile than I am. No, nobody is more worthwhile than you are. Cherry dragon, grace. You're going to be entering the state of grace simply by recognizing what that is. Grace to me is composure, having your act together, observing, knowing what's going on around you, feeling that energy, and then entering in a conversation, entering into action, right? Grace is that quietude. I honestly always think of Audrey Hepburn when I think of this, because you ever see how she looks like a doe or a fawn that just came in the room, big wide eyes, observing everything, what is going on and taking place. How can I add to this atmosphere and enhance it? Not how can I add drama and be crazy and get attention for myself. Grace is the opposite of that. How can I quietly make cohesion happen in this group? How can I humbly repair the situation without trying to grasp for credit? All of that. And you're going to be doing that beautifully. I just feel like you're ready to have reparation in some areas of your life. And it's not so you can get kudos and pats on the back. It's because you really want it from a pure intention, heart space. And I love that for you. Now I'm going to pull two of these. I just feel compelled to pull two of these beautiful tarot for you for messages. The Hermit. It may take a moment and a pause to step back and step away from the maddening crowd to regroup. Whenever you need to do that, do that. I have to do this often. Empaths need to do this. If we don't have restoration and replenishment and revitalize ourselves, we get burnt out. So take that moment for yourself. Also, the Six of Wands, you are really going to be celebrated. People are ready to step up and tell you what a fantastic job you are and what a great human you really are, that you are giving and loving, and that you inspire them. I feel like you touch and reach people much more than you give yourself credit for and that you could actually imagine. You do within your family unit, within people that know you. They really love and respect you. So give yourself that credit, and so do your ancestors and those in your family that have passed on. They can't believe what a wonderful, magnificent person you are turning out to be. So remember that group too. Beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read or anything else, Moonbeams just popped over. Everything is down there. Come see me on Instagram, because I am having a giveaway this week with these great purple jasper bracelets that are amazing. And it's usually jewelry, goddess provisions boxes, or free reads, whatever it is. And if you'd like, you can take advantage of my $25 2-question new moon special. I'm really excited about this moon because this is situating people. This is big decision time. Hey, I'm going to be what I was and stay in that kind of ununified place with soul and heart and spirit where it was just like I'm always just collecting and scattered, or I am just going to boom, ground out, make a decision and go for it. Really, really powerful new moon that's coming. So love and light to you. And now we're going to go on to group 3. It's funny, you guys, how my readings progress. Sometimes it's like they'll always be like 15 minutes. And lately I just feel like there's so much information coming through, and I'm glad, because it's like it's lots of fun stuff continually that's flowing. And I just feel like I have more and more energy for these reads. I have more and more messages. It's really wonderful. So I feel consistently inspired. And a lot of it has to do with you guys and your beautiful comments and your growth and where you're going. So thank you. Okay, you guys, now we're on to number 3, which is Sunstone. I'm going to have a quick sip of tea, and then we're going to go see. Take pleasure in the things that you do. All right, you guys, this is huge in terms of, do you want to have fun in your future? Do you want to enjoy life? Or do you want to feel like life is a hassle and a hardship, and you just work and work and you just have drama and all of those things? People get what they are focused on. If you're focused on struggle and drama and problems, that's what you pull into your life. If you're focused on being grounded, calm, graceful, serene, and just observing things beautifully and taking it all in, all the rich tapestry of life and people's personalities, we don't have to get invested in that. We can just observe it, right? And that's what your ancestors really want you to do, and spirit guides really want you to tap into. Have fun. Like, observe. People are insane. That doesn't mean we have to get angry with them or get all turned around or, start fighting and deflecting and all of that. We can just dismiss ourselves. Thank you. I opt out of this crazy farm. The moment anybody stops making sense and they want to argue, I'm like, whoa, what boundaries need to be created so I can strengthen my relationships? Like, my friends know, you start on some negative, either woe is me or that person is that or critical thing, they know I'm not engaging in that, so it's not even attempted anymore. I'm not put on this earth so I can sit here and put down other people. Everybody is the same to me, and I'm just not into that, you know what I mean? And if people start that with you, we never feel great after engaging in that, right? So why even participate in that? So here's some of your messages. You have the beautiful antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. This means the things that you want, you've been trying to acquire, get in touch with and align with, are on their way. This is not you having to work more or be faster to keep up. This is you really being in tune with the things you want right now. And because of that and your focus of it, they are coming your way. The goodness, the brightness, the light, all of that. Yeah, be peace. Whenever you enter a room, again, this is really telling. Some people just come in and they just start making assumptions and they just start jumping to conclusions, and they're just batshit crazy. This is about, let me just be peaceful and observe. Just because a feeling comes up doesn't mean I have to express it, especially if it's going to be ill received. If you're around defensive people, or everybody's always accusatory and critical, why bother? Who cares? Who are we? We're not put on this earth to monitor everybody else and pipe up on how we think they could be better people, right? So why waste our time? And people that do that to you, people usually that are less informed, less elevated, less self-aware are always the ones that are talking the most about what you should do, right? It's ridiculous. It's like, in a harsh or critical way, right? So you also have honeydew dragon, gratitude. Absolutely. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I started my day, I wrote in my journal the things that I was grateful for, and I filled a whole page in like less than 30 seconds. First, that I was so excited that the weather was so unbelievably gorgeous, and that I was going to be able to sit outside and walk and go to the beach and do whatever I wanted to do today due to the weather. So write down things in the morning as soon as you wake up, or say them aloud, what you're grateful for. Spirit guarantees, as do I, that it changes our mood the second things that we start espousing joy, what brings us joy, what brings us light, what we're happy for. Because then we know not only are we lucky and we are abundant and we are alive and we are thriving, that we can always expect more of that, because whatever we expect and we're looking for usually comes our way, right? I know people that are dour and sour and they're always, life is terrible, blah, blah, blah. They never get out of that rut. They are always bringing in drama and problems to their life. And if the same truth is said that people that are optimistic and happy, and they look for things, they look for opportunities to make friends and connections and fit those puzzle pieces on how to thrive and grow together, right? Like this morning, I was just determined to see the beauty all around me. And that's probably why I noticed the blooming of all the beautiful morning glories in my yard that I never noticed before. And I was like, holy hell, how did I not see that? Because I'm a crazy flower person, you know. Celery dragon, renewal. This is going to be a beautiful stage of renewal. When we decide we're going to be refreshed, revitalized, and renewed, we become that way. We start to care for ourselves. We start to eat better. We start to exercise. We start to stretch. I'm in a new determined state to practice yoga as often as I can and stretch, because I am noticing a little bit of stiffness here and there, because when I sit and I do reads, if I'm Indian style or I'm in a little chair or whatever, I'm stiff sometimes for many hours in the same position. So I'm determined to do that. And I'm also going to do this today for myself. And I'm determined. It's a state of renewal. And your spirit guides want you to know, when you do this for yourself, it's going to become a healthy pattern. So keep with it. Don't drop it. Don't doubt its usefulness, okay? Because self-care is huge. We have to, comment down below if you can't believe what your back does, your neck does, your ankles do, stuff does. I can't. I stretched one time and I literally caused like this, I thought it was like a stroke in my neck. Like all of a sudden this pain shot up, and it was a yawn or a stretch or something. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's because my chi isn't flowing. I'm not stretching, and I'm not, the energy isn't flowing clearly through my body. And there's so many ways to alleviate that. And you're definitely going to be taking care of that. Clarity. This is spirit really saying 100%, please be calm and please be good to yourself, because the answers you're seeking are coming to you. You're going to have clarity within what you should do within this relationship. A lot of you guys are questioning relationships you're in with friends or, amorous love attractions, things like that. The answer is going to come to you, and you're really determined to do what's best for you. You are not going to be some kind of stoic person that puts up with crap that they shouldn't, that keeps pushing their boundaries back. No longer. This is time for you to make a decision. You're going to be able to do it beautifully, because you're putting yourself first, and it's your mental, spiritual, and physical health that matters. Job-wise as well. A lot of you guys are questioning, should I go on this particular path? Boom, you're going to have your answers for sure. They're just going to come up. They're going to arise because you're asking and you're meditating on them. Joy, you are ready for this. There is this new state of grace and joy coming into your life where you're going to have, it starts with the little things. It starts with the simple things. And because you're going to be simplifying and really clarifying what brings you joy and satisfaction, those are the things you're going to go after. Everything else, control, alt, delete, control, alt, delete. No, thank you. Don't need that drama. Don't need that excess. Don't need that bothersome. Don't need that overspending. I don't need all this materialistic things. I don't need to hear the news. Whatever that doesn't bring this, it's off the menu for you. You are simplifying and you're verifying what brings you joy and what brings you light, and clarity is coming in your life, and you're just going to streamline and allow all this light to flood in and help you live this life that was always available to you. We just got stuck in patterns, right? I'm habitual too. I have to go, hey, what are you doing? No. Put that clicker down. Like I'll be like, oh, now it's time for, I sometimes would equate, after work, oh yeah, some little mindless TV, and boom, and turn that on. But if I know that sitting out in my yard and playing with my cats is going to actually be more calming, I do that. You're going to make great choices that help you the most and benefit you. So that is you guys' beautiful energy group 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Please get in on the great new moon reading giveaway. It's $25 for 2 questions. And that's half my normal cost. So you guys, I get your video back to you within 24 or 48 hours on your questions. I feel like the new moon is definitely substantially helpful, because that is when we try to simplify and get rid of things and habits that no longer serve us. We have to make a concerted effort. We really do. It just doesn't happen because, again, a habit becomes something we just do from a subconscious knee-jerk reaction that we're not even thinking about. We just start doing it. I do this. I'll open the fridge when I go in the kitchen. I'm like, yo, girl, you just ate 5 minutes ago. What are you looking for in there? The seventh coming? I don't think so. Don't we have, comment down below if you have a whacked out propensity to open your refrigerator every time you go in the kitchen. I'm like, I know what's in there. I'm not even hungry. It's so weird that I do that, right? It's a weird, habitual, crazy pattern. So anyway, you guys, you're ready for the clarity. You're ready for the joy. So love and light to you.